Mayor, first of all, what prompted the village to come up with this letter?
I received a phone call from Mark Scamone in the county letting me know that this was going to take place. It was a rather last-minute phone call, and I was very appalled to think that there was no prior notice, and also that there was little concern for the residents of the village of Wampsville about the fact that our sidewalks were going to be dirtied by the the employees that were going to be smoking on residents' property and sidewalks.
So they would be shooed off of public property and then county property, and then go onto the village property and sidewalks? And
yes.
That create a mess, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Moreover, your letter takes issue with the idea of, let's take it by certain parts of it, secondary smokes, secondary smoke. What is the village, what do you think about the issue of secondary smoke?
Well, when you're outside smoking, whether it be around a public building or in a park or something, it goes into the air. So it's not really going to have as much of an impact, as much of an effect as it would be in a restaurant or some other building, you know, an enclosed building. So, you know, like over at the social services building, when you walk into the employee entrance, most people are walking by the smoking area. That could be easily rectified by just moving the smoking area. Mm-hmm. I don't know about the other county buildings, but I do know about that building.
You don't feel it's as significant a threat in an open, wide open area?
No, I don't.
You point out that the legislation, you feel the county is taking this too far as an intrusion on our rights? Absolutely.
I feel personally that it's time that legislation start backing off a little bit. Now it's tobacco, next it's going, you know, they're talking about taxing soda, taxing candy. It's time that government start backing off a little bit. We're losing a lot of our personal rights.
And that's said, you're saying that, right? Pretty
Absolutely.
frankly here in this letter. Mm-hmm. You say the idea of not being able to smoke in a wide open park is ludicrous.
Yes.
And you point out that, okay, you say the public good created by this ban is smoke and mirrors and nothing more. Could you elaborate on that?
As I stated, I feel too many of our rights are being taken away, and that may be just a exaggerated way of putting it, but that's how I feel. You know, it's another way of our rights being taken away as people. And now they're taking away the right to smoke outdoors. First it was indoors, and I agreed with that, but now it's outdoors. And county employees aren't even going to be allowed to smoke in their private vehicle on county property. They pay for the right to be in that vehicle. Mm-hmm. So that's being carried away as well.
Okay. You made quite a statement. I gotta tell you, this is. Do you feel that people really need to start looking at legislation such as this and say, wait a minute, maybe there's something else afoot here?
Absolutely. And it even goes in your local villages and towns. You know, there's oftentimes we hear, you know, I want to make a ordinance about this, or I want to make an ordinance about that. Look at the broader picture. Do you really need an ordinance about that, or do you just need to make amends with your neighbor? We don't need all these ordinances or laws all the time. We just need to have some common sense and some good neighbor values with one another. For the record, I am not a smoker, so it doesn't affect me at all. I just feel this is for people's rights. And that's what I stand for, people's rights.